What's going on, guys? Steve here again today. I wanted to let you know that I'm about to start my research on multiple supplements, as I listed last night in my video. It's going to take a couple hours, I think, to get some accurate and informative information for you guys, as well as for myself. This is going to be geared towards more natural supplements and less man-made psychiatric medications. As for some of us who may be led down the wrong road, unfortunately. So it's going to take me quite a bit to get this video out, but I want to let you know that it's on the way. And one thing I want to let you guys know that really bothered me, which is why I urge you to please go and get your serotonin levels checked, your norepinephrine and epinephrine levels checked, and your dopamine levels checked. That's those are pretty big ones as far as depression and anxiety. Now here comes my rant. It pisses me off. I had my serotonin levels checked, and they came back at, I think it was, quote unquote, in range for my blood work for a normal human being. The range was 20 to, I think, 327. I don't have my paperwork in front of me, but I believe my range, my blood levels came back. When I say 20 to 327, that's nanograms per milliliter. So when it's 20 nanograms per milliliter to 327 nanograms per milliliter, that was the test range. So I came back, I believe it was 27 or 31. So it's pretty low in comparison to the range, where you can get all the way up to 300, and that's on normal level. So what I mistakenly haven't looked into was how SSRIs and SNRIs work. So they are selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors. That's SSRIs. SNRIs are serotonin norepinephrine reuptake inhibitors. The SNRIs are mainly for depression and anxiety. Now, SSRIs are more geared towards depression, but they can have anti-anxiety properties for some of them. I am pissed off. I'm pissed off because my serotonin levels are so low, and I showed my psychiatrist, and she agreed that they're very low, and she told me that's what we're working on. I call bullshit. I call bullshit, and I'll yell at the top of the highest mountain, because what these drugs do, SSRIs and SNRIs, is they block the receptor from absorbing your serotonin or your norepinephrine too quickly, so it stays in your brain and stays in your bloodstream longer. Now, this is my comparison. Say you have a swimming pool, and it's a pretty big swimming pool, and that's your brain. Now, say there's a leak. You have a big hole on the side of your pool or on the bottom, and the water just keeps pouring out, and you have to keep putting water back in and back in. Now, what this is in comparison is, say you put a patch on your swimming pool. You put the patch on, the water stops flowing for a couple hours, and the patch breaks. This is why we have to keep on taking the medication, is because the patch will break. Our receptor wakens back up and continues to suck up that serotonin and suck up that norepinephrine. It sucks up the water. Now let's picture you have a swimming pool and you go to jump in blindfolded and you think you're going to hit water, but you jump in and you hear a loud thud. That's because there's only a little bit of water inside the swimming pool. Now, if you only have a little bit of water inside the swimming pool, and the water is your serotonin, the water is your norepinephrine, or your dopamine, or your epinephrine, there's no point of putting on a patch. It's gonna help, but as soon as the patch breaks, you're going to be depressed again, or you're going to be anxious again. So what I'm trying to say is, if you don't have enough serotonin, which on average, the average person has 50 nanograms per milliliter to 200 nanograms per milliliter. If you don't have that, your antidepressants aren't going to work properly, because they have nothing to maintain with. If you have a low amount already to begin with, all your brain is doing is keeping in a low amount. So, like I said, if your swimming pool's ankle deep and the patch rips off, it's quickly going to dissolve and dry up, which leads us into an empty swimming pool or an empty brain of serotonin or norepinephrine or dopamine or epinephrine. Now, if you follow what I'm saying, it pisses me off when my psychiatrist tells me that this is the problem that we've been working on. But she's full of shit. Because if I had serotonin in my body enough, or an equivalent amount to the average person, then maybe, and most likely, my antidepressant would be working to its full effect. Since the antidepressants need the serotonin, I need the norepinephrine to work. So if your levels are low, you're not going to get the full benefit. So, this lady's lucky I got a couple weeks till I see her, because I'm going to tear her a new asshole. Because I'm not dumb. And I do my research, and I find out what's going into my body. And I find out how it works. Because I know that this is wrong, and I know that you're not supposed to suffer for this long. And I won't sit back and take it up the fucking ass every fucking visit without being informed. So, get your swimming pools checked, guys. Check if there's a leak. Go get your levels checked. Your serotonin, your norepinephrine, your epinephrine, your dopamine. Get your blood levels checked, please. That's the end of my rant. I'm going to do some research on the rest of these supplements. It's going to take a while, but I know it's going to be beneficial for me. It's going to be beneficial for all of us. And if you're struggling and everything, and you're hurting still today, I'm still having kind of a down day. I still got to exercise and take my vitamins later. Just keep your heads up, guys. You keep fighting, you keep surviving. And I'll be talking to you guys real soon.